Hi everybody, it's me Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm really looking forward to guiding you through today's Tabata HIIT circuit. Recommending that for today, if you have a band, that you bring a band. And if you don't have a band, it's totally okay. Recommending that you have some weights. We're going to be using those weights for some kneeling, single arm, and also some double arm overhead presses. We're also going to be using those weights for a chest press while we're on our backs, and also some tricep extensions while we're lying on our backs. You know what? Maybe we'll even use the band around our arms during the chest press, tricep extension. Okay, we've got about 1 minute till we get started. Definitely encourage you to have some water. I'm gonna grab some water. Alrighty. Make sure everything is streaming properly from over here. And then we will get started. If you want to put some music on, you're always encouraged to put that music on if it's going to help you stay motivated through the moves. And have a couple different weights nearby. I know I said medium weights, but like, find the weight that works for you. Isn't that a great idea? Awesome. Let's get started with my fave, just some standing lateral side to side step tops. We're gonna get down on the floor in just a second, but I wanna make sure that you take this opportunity to give yourself a couple shoulder rolls, to start drawing your belly button in, to find a little engagement, connection through your core, through the center line of your amazing body. Go ahead, change directions of the shoulder rolls that you're creating. You can exaggerate them as much as you want. Just be mindful of how your body's moving today. Find something that feels a little bit good, I hope. Let's go. One more. And then we're going to turn it into a nice little hamstring curl. Maybe you're feeling that stretch in the quad. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more squeeze of the glute. Let's try and get the shoulders a little bit more warmed up. So a nice wide squeeze. I have my elbows just about in line with the shoulders. I admit I already did some movement before work today. Had some awesome meetings before this workout with some great people who love to march in place. So I'm already feeling a little bit warm. If this feels a little too much for you, you can always keep those arms a little bit lower. Fred's getting her arm movement as well. Let's get 4 more. 3, 2, and now a nice front knee drive. You can keep it nice and low. Maybe keep your hands low, or you can get a little bit more of that heart racing by bringing those arms up overhead. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Use that exhale to find your knee drive. 3, 2, 1. I think I miscounted. That's okay. Take a moment. Just shake it out. Let's take a couple forward folds, and we'll use that to help get ourselves down towards the floor. So you can face whatever direction you want to. Honestly, take a moment, just plant your feet firmly to the floor. Do your best to stack your head over your heart, over your hips, over your heels. So weight is evenly distributed through the feet. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, relax your arms down. Let's do it one more time just like that. Maybe bend your knees. Inhale, really reach up from the waist. Exhale, relax your arms down. This time we're going to find a forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale up. Pull your belly in, protect your back. Exhale, bring your fingers down towards the floor. Inhale into a nice half lift. Find length through your back. Engage your shoulder blades around your spine. Shoulders pull away from ears. Exhale, back down to your forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll yourself up. Arms come all the way up overhead. Exhale, arms relax down by your side. One more time, let's do that same thing and stay in our forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, arms up. Exhale, belly in, forward fold. Inhale into your half lift, half lift. Chin is neutral, leg through the crown of your head and spine. Exhale down to that forward fold. If the floor feels really far away, you can always grab hold of your hands. Maybe you reach your hands a little bit forward. Maybe you shift the weight a little bit forward. Oh, with your feet planted, you can bend one knee and then the other. Remember, you don't have to have your hands on the floor. You can have as generous of a bending your knees as you need to here. And then let's release the knees down towards the mat. Take a couple moments. Give yourself a couple cat-cows right here. Maybe a couple shakes through your hips. Find what feels good for your body today. Bring it the stretch that you need, or, just creating some movement. Maybe you don't even know yet what your body needs. Maybe you're feeling amazing. Perhaps you're feeling blah. Honestly, movement's gonna help no matter how we're feeling today. So let's go ahead and lay down on your back. We're starting off with our glute bridges. If you want to, you can use a strap. If you tend to not feel the movement of the glute bridge, I'm gonna encourage you to put your strap just below the knee. Turn your toes out slightly and have your feet a little bit wide. That way you can really focus on finding the squeeze of the glutes. And you can stick with that the whole time if you have trouble finding the glutes firing up. Otherwise, we're going to bring the band up onto the thighs. As we press ourselves up, we're looking to find that 90-degree angle from our thighs with our feet, just doing the best that you can, saying that so your feet aren't too far away to start with, or all the way in too close so that you don't have the 45-degree angle. We're gonna change up our move a little as we go through, so start up just with an up and down. Arms can be relaxed by your side, chest nice and open in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're gonna press up and down. That's it. So right now the band is just helping to create a little bit of tension, hopefully. Hopefully you feel a little bit of a stretch. Remember, if you're not feeling anything at all in your glutes, slightly turning your feet out, take a break. You might want to take your break, lift it. So that's one of our challenges for today, getting a little extra glute bridge action in here. And back to just our up down. All right, so remember, you can stick with just these up downs with your feet slightly turned out to really feel those glutes firing up, and you're using your breath. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. And you can take your break right now for 10 seconds, or you can stay lifted. Our next move, we're gonna lift up, open our legs in, and come down. Ready? Here we go. So we're gonna lift up, open, in, down, up, open, in, down. And again, you can have your arms down by your side to help with a little bit of balance. Remember that gentle little turn out of the toes so that you're, I'm gonna take a break this 10 seconds. That's gonna help you feel the glutes even more. Sticking with that up, out, in, down in 3, 2, 1, up, open, in, down. Nice. Up, open, in, down. If you don't want to have your arms down on the floor, you can either get an extra little stretch through the upper body, bringing them overhead. Maybe you challenge yourself to keep those arms stretched up to the air. I'm going to stay right up here for these next 10 seconds. Next, we've got up, down with a knee drive. So we're going to drive that knee in, down, lower. Join me. Up, one knee drives, feet come down, lower, down. Press back up, single knee drive, lower, and down. Each time that foot comes back towards the floor, find that intentional squeeze of the glutes. Lift yourself back up into your amazing hip bridge. You can take a 10-second break, or you can stay lifted right here. Same move coming through one more time. Ooh, so lifting up, knee drive, back to your hip thruster, and down. Great. This is round 6 of 8. For our last move, we're going to take a little bit more of a hamstring. Oh no, I lied. We're just going to stay up. We're just going to pulse out from the top. Ready? So find that controlled pulse. Really squeeze the glutes. Don't let those hips drop down. A little extra pressure into the band. And today we're alternating a lower body move with an upper body move. So you can take a break. I'm going to lower down for these 10 seconds. Last time through, last time. Ready? Begin. So just pulsing it out, staying high in your glute bridge. Firmly pressing those feet down to the floor. Oh my gosh. Feeling it. I hope you're feeling it at home. We're going to hang out here for this 10 last seconds. Just lifted. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Take a moment. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Ooh, you can keep the band on your legs if you want to. Why not? Just going to keep it there to remind myself of the great work that we've already done. And let's come and stand up on our knees. Ooh. For our next move, maybe you grab yourself a quick sip of water. Just taking some little sips. Next up, we've got some overhead presses. So we can stay kneeling for this one. I'm going to stay standing in my kneeling. But by kneeling, or even sitting on a bench, I imagine most of us don't have benches at home. We take out a little bit of a balance. We take out the likeliness to overarch our backs if the weights are kind of heavy. So I'm going to start with a little bit of light weights. For me, this is not my first shoulder workout of the day, but if you're able to lift something a little bit heavier, I say go for it. We're going to do the right arm for 20 seconds, then it's going to rest the left arm for 20 seconds, and then both arms. We start in 3, 2, 1. Begin. So pressing up overhead, and then really finding the squeeze as you come down. Keep your chest lifted. And if you want, you can find even more of a range of motion. It's really up to you. I find it a little bit more challenging. Oh, take a break. We're going to switch to that left hand. To keep it a nice wide overhead press is a good challenge for me. I feel it really working in the front of the chest into the shoulder as well. And I can be honest with myself, I probably could do a slightly heavier weight. I'm going to finish up one more round with just these 5s, and then I'm going to challenge myself for this next round with that slightly heavier weight, because I can always come back to these 5s if I need to. Take a quick little break. Now we're going to get both arms going at the same time. So chest is really nice and open, no overarching of the lower back, a little tuck of the pelvis. Here we go. So glutes are active still, just like they were in that glute bridge. And if you need to, if you're feeling too tired, if your weights are too heavy, maybe you're pressing one and then the other, but you're keeping both arms up at the same time. Awesome. Take that quick little break. I'm going to grab my slightly heavier weight. We're coming back to right arm, left arm, and then all 3. So make sure you're not overarching through that low back, a little tuck of the pelvis forward. Keep breathing. Find that one spot to focus your eyes. Just a couple seconds left. You made it. Let's switch and get just the left arm. Shoulders roll down and back, belly button towards spine, and begin. So another way I like to do this move is to get 3 pretty fast pumps on one arm, 3 pumps on the other arm, and then both at the same time. We're gonna get that after this next set to take a break. So now we're gonna do both arms at the same time. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Coming right into that push forward of the hips, that squeeze of the glutes. Really think about controlling on the way down here as well. So not just letting those arms fall. Ooh, awesome. So now we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, both. Last 40 seconds of work. So staying lifted, right arm pumps, left arm pumps. Your pace is dictated by your weight. Woo, both arms. See, I'm keeping things really nice and wide. Oh my gosh. Oh, take a break. Take a break. I'm gonna come in right where I left off, which means my 3 pumps. And 2, 1, here we go. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh my gosh, y'all. That was getting hard at the end. All right, next up we've got some alternating side lunges. So we're gonna stand up. I'm gonna keep this band on my legs. You do not have to, especially if balance is a real challenge. Just go for the lunges. We're gonna start off nice and easy. I'm gonna just hold some weights in my hands. But if you find that you're hinging over too much, get rid of the weights in the hands. Maybe keep your hands at your waist, or even hands up at your chest is always a good win to keep the chest up and open. So our first move is just gonna be alternating side to side. So as you bend your knee, hips drive back behind you, you're keeping the other leg nice and straight. Your chest is gonna come down towards your thighs. You're taking a nice hinge from the hips and lifting back up. So you're not rounding forward as you come into your side lunge. As long of a spine as you can. We start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So just alternating to the right and back up, to the left and back up. Keeping both feet firmly planted on the floor, really making sure that the edges of those feet are still firmly planted. That's how you're gonna feel that nice stretch, working the inner thigh of your straight leg. One more time, same thing, coming up, feet nice and wide. Ready? Here we go. So just alternating side to side. You're going as low as feels good for you today. Your knee is going in the same direction that your toe is pointing. So if your knees are going a little bit more to the side, maybe you open your feet a little bit wider so that your toes are pointing to the side as well. Awesome. Find one side of your mat. We're gonna step out into our lunge and step right back in for this next round. That's it. Step out into your lunge, step back in. So quietly, why is that word so hard to say? Do your best to quietly put this foot down. So you're using your core to control yourself in this movement already instead of slamming the foot down. All right, stick with that. We're gonna add in a knee drive if you want. We're gonna step out and pull ourselves right back in. Here we go. So stepping out, using that inner thigh of your standing leg to help draw you back in. Using your abs to lift that knee up. Are you still pressing the outer edge of your straight leg? Foot into the floor. Excellent. We're going to come to the other side and just do the same thing. First, just stepping it out. Just stepping it out. Ready? Go for it. So step out, bring it back in. Step out, bring it in. Ooh, did you hear that? Nice loud crack of my ankle. Awesome, we're gonna add that knee drive in here. Ready? Here we go. Step out nice and quiet, straight leg. Use that leg. Inner thighs pulling you in. Abs are pulling that leg up. Press the pinky toe, edge of the foot onto the floor. Make sure you're not rolling towards the big toe side of your straight leg. Woo, awesome. Next up, let's come on into a squat. We're just gonna tap out in alternating directions. Begin. So squat, tap, tap, and then you can stand up, drive through your heels. Sit through your heels, tap, tap, lift. Awesome. Tap, tap, lift. Take a break. Same thing one more time. In 3, 2, 1. Find your squat. Chest is lifted. Tap, tap. Press through your heels. Lift. Now start with the other side. Tap, tap, lift. I'll stick with the other side, starting because I led with my right foot the whole time the first round through. Yay, we made it. All right, come on back down to the floor. Again, you can keep this band around your legs if you want. Next up, we're gonna do some chest presses and tricep extensions. So maybe you keep a slighter weight nearby if you need it. I'm gonna give you an option to work the glutes a little bit more too. But you can do these next couple of moves in a glute bridge. So you have options. All right, so our first move is just going to be a chest press. Oh, right, I did think. If you find that you're doing these chest presses and these tricep presses and your arms are going all over the place, if your elbows are going out real wide when you do a tricep press, I want you to think about putting your band around your arms. I recognize, especially if you have a chest, it's going to limit a little bit of the range of motion that you can get in your chest press. So it's just a deep thought, I'm going to bring my band back around my legs. Awesome. So from here on the floor, you can keep your lower back pressed down on the floor. You can keep that nice little tilt of the pelvis with belly pulled in and go for just a chest press right here. Just pressing right up and thinking about the motion coming from actually using your chest. Like you're using your knuckles also to press something off of the ceiling. That's going to be move number 1. Move number 2 is going to be going for either a French curl so that your weights are coming a little bit more towards your shoulders, or this skull crusher with more of a diagonal line, weights coming towards your head. These seem like sleeper moves, seem easy to begin with. Let's see what happens in 3, 2, 1, just that chest press. So if you want, you can keep that lower back down on the floor, or you can press up into a glute bridge and challenge those glutes a little bit more. And you can do that nice narrow chest press, or take a break. Or if you went for a round 1 here, you can go for this slightly wider chest press as well. I'm gonna go for a wide neck this round. Awesome. So you're just making that chest press happen. Really think about creating that squeeze so that you're actually using your chest. Great. Now we're going to go for just the French press skull crusher option. So just bending at the elbows and straightening arms back out. Go ahead, join me right here. If you need to, you can always do one arm at a time. If you're not feeling anything yet, I want you to find a slight diagonal with those arms. Oh, take a break. And if you find that your weights are a little bit too heavy, you can either just use one or bring the heads of your dumbbells together. Let's get in this second round. You just want to make sure that those elbows aren't going out too wide here. Yay! Next up, we're going into our chest press with a tricep extension. So press the triceps and then down. Join me. Press, triceps, woo, and down. If you bring those elbows by your side, you're almost getting triceps. Still a little bit of chest work though. You might feel those triceps even more. Awesome. Take a break. We're going to do that same thing one more time. A little chest press, tricep combo. And you could start wide also. You could always start wide, turn in, triceps, woo, and then bring it back down. Make sure you're not holding your breath. All right, one more round. This time we got one set of just the chest press, one set of just the triceps. Ready? Just that chest press. All right, take a break. Now we're gonna get just the triceps. Ready? Last round. Here we go. And we've got one standing round of ab work. Hopefully those triceps are trembling just a little bit. If not, remember you can add in this little diagonal. Makes it so much more challenging. Carefully release those weights down. We're gonna make our way back to our feet. Back to our feet for our last move. I'm gonna take this band off. If your band is on the light side, you might want to keep it on. We got some standing elbow to knee standing ab work 2 times, and then we're just going to go for some standing ab work as such. All right, we start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So just to one side. If it's too much for you to have this weight overhead, you can still have a weight at your chest. Really think about driving that knee the best that you can. I'm bringing your knee towards your elbow more than you're bringing your elbow to your knee. Take a break. Take a break. One more time. Same side, standing. Working to decrease the space between your lower rib and your hip. Begin. Use that exhale to find that knee drive. And remember, you can have this weight at your chest if you need to. Awesome. Now we're going to relax our arm down by our side. Other hand can be at the waist. We're just going to find a standing crunch. The same side you were driving that knee. Go. And still using that exhale to really challenge that range of motion. So your chin is away from your chest. Your chest is still lifted. You're like a little teacup. Awesome. Take a break. Take a break. We got one more time through. I'm going to challenge my balance in this last time through. Open up that chest and begin. Make sure you're not totally locking out that standing leg. There should be a tiny bend to that knee. Oh, so good. All right, we're gonna come back to our knee drives on the opposite side, either arms up overhead or hands at your chest. Ready? Begin. Just 20 seconds of work. 2 times. Driving that knee towards your elbow. Foot is still being so quiet as it returns back down towards the floor. So no slamming of your feet, even if it means take a break, that you're getting a couple less in, because you're really working with control to lift and lower back down. One more time, either hands at your chest or arms up overhead. This is our last move of the day. Awesome. Relax your arms down by your side. Other side is going to find that little, just tilt towards the side. Get into the side body obliques. Awesome. And it's about really using that breath. So exhale, exhale, exhale. Find that squeeze. And you can see I'm really taking my time a lot with today's moves. Trying to stay relaxed, take a break in our mind. We know that 20-second interval is coming. We're moving through it. We're being engaged through it. We don't have to rush. Last 20 seconds of work. I think so frequently we're like, let's do it, let's get it over with. And we rush through exercises and we don't always engage as much as we can. And sometimes that slower movement, oh, you're gonna feel that the next day. I'll tell you what. Awesome. Go ahead, put your weights down. Take a moment. Let's take some circles with our hips in one direction. Let's take some circles with our hips in the other direction. Awesome. Cross your arms, one and then the other. We spent most of our time today getting this good workout in. Taking a little bit of time between sets. Go ahead, cross one arm over the other. Try not to grab hold exactly at the elbow. You can even add in a nice little twist right here, whichever direction your hand is reaching. Twist your body in that direction. Try and keep your hips as much towards the front of the room. I know they're going to turn, but hips are going in the opposite direction of upper body. Open yourself back towards the front. Open your arms. Switch those arms first, just pulling your shoulder towards your chin. Nice stretch through the upper back especially. And then twisting towards the other side. Your upper body rotates in one direction. Hips try to straight towards the front. Come on back, front to center. Open those arms. Inhale them up overhead. Exhale, relax them down by your side. Let's take 2 big breaths. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, relax arms down by your side. One more time. Inhale, arms up overhead. Keep your left hand up. Relax your right hand down. Grab hold of that right foot. Taking a nice little hip opener, nice stretch into the quad, a little into the glute. Relax your left hand down by your side. Bring your right foot forward. Take a nice little hip opener. Sit your hips down. Inhale yourself back up. Inhale, arms back up overhead. Right arm stays up. Relax left hand down. Turn and twist your hand. Reach back, grab hold of your left foot. Stretch your knee down, open your hip. Woo. Getting that nice stretch in your chest right here also. You can relax your right arm down. Bring your left hand forward. Sit in your imaginary chair. Open up your hip. I know I kept you for an extra minute or two so we could get a quick stretch in because you're worth it and I want you to feel good tomorrow. Place your feet on the floor. Inhale, arms up overhead. One more time, really stretch up from the waist. Get a nice stretch on your belly and exhale. relax your arms down. That's all we've got for today, y'all. Great work. I hope you're feeling good. Encourage you to give yourself a couple extra stretches throughout the day. When you're sitting in your chair, either coming back into this figure 4 stretch or even just hands on your desk. Ooh, to take a nice stretch through the lower back, or to help support you in a couple more of these hip openers, because you're so worth it. And the more you move, the better you're gonna feel. If you have any questions or concerns about anything I said or we did, I know you'll reach out, and I can't wait to see you on Wednesday for Core and Stretch. Bye, everybody.